Dear students, I start with lecture 17 of 101 and 102. In the previous lecture, we have started this theorem, comparison test, and first part was already done. But at this juncture, I would like to explain it to you once more. The highlight and the brief proof of that theorem, first part. As I said earlier, you have to remember the statement of this theorem also, because in university exam you have to write it with statement, because they will ask you state and prove comparison test. So it is one of the important theorem to prove for. So first read the statement, then I will give you the brief proof. Here we have sigma Bn is convergent. So in this part we have sigma Bn is convergent and An less than or equal to Kbn. So for it is true for all n in n greater than or equal to n0, as you are aware that, and it's therefore sigma An less than or equal to this number. Now this is equal to k is outside of summation sigma Bn n0 to n, and if we take this summation up to infinity, this is less than or equal to n, and therefore we must have this. Now t is the summation up to infinity, means this part is t, this sigma Bn is t, and this is a partial sum. આ અંશાકાર સરવાળો છે અને કન્વર્જન્ટ ને આપણે અભિસારી કહીએ છીએ, મેં તમને કહ્યું છે. Now sigma An is always less than or equal to this number for n0 to infinity, means sigma An is bounded and increasing because terms are positive, and therefore this is exists and therefore it is convergent. So first part is like this, and now we proceed to prove the second part. Now we start to prove the second part, and this part we have all n in n greater than or equal to n0, An is greater than or equal to Kbn, and sigma Bn is divergent. Then we want to prove that sigma An is divergent. So we proceed to prove it, the second part. Prove here sigma Bn is divergent. Divergent means which is not convergent, but the terms are positive. This implies sigma Bn is plus infinity. Here Kbn less than or equal to An for all n greater than or equal to n0 and n in n. So we have therefore this will happen there. If it is true for all terms, it will happen. તમે આને એવી રીતે જોઈ શકો KBN0 less than or equal to AN0, KBN0 plus 1 less than or equal to A0 n plus 1. કારણ કે એના પછીના બધા ટર્મ્સ માટે આવું થાય છે. KBN0 plus 2 less than or equal to AN0 plus 2, and it is happen till the infinitive terms. Then we take summation on both the sides. બંને બાજુ સરવાળો લઈ લઈએ. તો તમને ખ્યાલ આવી જશે કે આ રીતે થશે. And therefore K times sigma Bn minus Tn0 minus 1 less than or equal to sigma An n0 to infinitive. And obviously this is less than or equal to sigma An n equal to n0 to infinity, 1 to infinity. So this proves that k into infinitive minus Tn0 minus 1 less than or equal to sigma n n equal to 1 to infinity. But this is infinitive, means it is infinitive. Infinitive છે. Clear? અને એટલા માટે this value is infinity. Sigma n 1 to infinity. Therefore sigma n is not bounded above. Therefore, sigma an is divergent, and this proves the second part. So, try to understand. Actually, it is very easy as per me, but you have to do lots of writing practice to understand the inner idea. Dear students, this theorem is very important to prove so many series are convergent or not. Means for sums. But how to remember this for sums or to prove another theorem by comparison test, that is very important for us. And to remember that, we have one short route there. એટલે આટલું બધું યાદ રાખવું એના કરતા થોડું હું તમને કહી દઉં કે કઈ રીતે યાદ રહેશે. તો જે પહેલો ભાગ છે એમાં KBN an કરતા નાનું છે, જો આ ટૂંકમાં યાદ રાખવાનું છે. And sigma bn is CGT means convergence implies sigma an is convergent. ઓકે, આટલું છે એના મૂળમાં. અને બીજા ભાગમાં kbn, this is first part, kbn less than or equal to an and sigma bn is divergent implies sigma an is divergent. તમારે પરીક્ષાના પ્રૂફ માટે તો આને ચોક્કસ યાદ રાખવું જ પડશે એનું સ્ટેટમેન્ટ, પણ सम्स માટે તમે આટલી વસ્તુ મગજમાં રાખી શકો. બીજું આમાં એવું સમજી શકો કે જો નાની સિરીઝ મોટી સિરીઝ કન્વર્જન્ટ હોય, પણ એટલું યાદ રાખજો કે આ બધી જ વાત છે એ પોઝિટિવ ટર્મ્સ ઉપર છે. જો મોટી સિરીઝ કન્વર્જન્ટ હોય તો નાની સિરીઝ કન્વર્જન્ટ છે, જો નાની સિરીઝ ડાયવર્જન્ટ હોય તો મોટી ડાયવર્જન્ટ છે. અને આ રીતે યાદ રાખજો, નાની સિરીઝ કન્વર્જન્ટ implies મોટી સિરીઝ કન્વર્જન્ટ, અને નાની ડાયવર્જન્ટ નાની સિરીઝ ડાયવર્જન્ટ implies મોટી ડાયવર્જન્ટ. બરાબર છે, આટલું યાદ રાખીશું આપણે. નાની સિરીઝ કન્વર્જન્ટ મોટી સિરીઝ કન્વર્જન્ટ તો નાની સિરીઝ કન્વર્જન્ટ, અને નાની સિરીઝ ડાયવર્જન્ટ તો મોટી સિરીઝ ડાયવર્જન્ટ. ઓકે, મોટી સિરીઝ કન્વર્જન્ટ તો નાની સિરીઝ કન્વર્જન્ટ, મોટી છે એ કન્વર્જન્ટ છે તો નાની કન્વર્જન્ટ છે, નાની ડાયવર્જન્ટ છે તો મોટી ડાયવર્જન્ટ છે. ઓકે, આવી રીતે આપણે એને યાદ રાખીશું. કેમ કે આ પાછું આપણે सम्सમાં તો ઉપયોગ કરવાનું છે, તો દર વખતે તમે ક્યાં એનું ધ્યાન રાખશો? ક્લિયર? પરીક્ષામાં તો ચોક્કસ લખશો તમે યાદ રાખી. તો આપણે એને કેવી રીતે યાદ રાખીશું? મોટી સિરીઝ કન્વર્જન્ટ તો નાની સિરીઝ કન્વર્જન્ટ, નાની સિરીઝ ડાયવર્જન્ટ તો મોટી સિરીઝ ડાયવર્જન્ટ. One more theorem on the board named practical comparison test. One big statement. This is a statement only. The proof is yet remain, but proof is very simple. Read the statement. Read this statement at least 3 to 4 times and write it at least once. So dear students, first we prove A part, and the statement is like this: if sigma an and sigma bn are infinite series with positive terms, and if there is n0 in n, for all n in n greater than or equal to n0, we have A first part, A less than an upon bn less than b, where a and b are positive numbers, or limit n tends to infinity an upon bn is L is not equal to 0, then both series are convergent or divergent simultaneously. So we prove this first part first, and then we proceed for second part. So proof of A first part. Here 0 less than a less than a upon bn upon base of b for all n greater than or equal to n0 n in n. That we are given. So by this fact we have two things. This implies Bn less than An and An is less than Bbn. Abn less than An and An less than Bbn. Now I say this portion as a star and this as double star or double asterisk. Now you apply the comparison test. This is divergent and this is divergent. નાની સિરીઝ ડાયવર્જન્ટ હોય તો મોટી ડાયવર્જન્ટ અને આ મોટી કન્વર્જન્ટ હોય તો નાની કન્વર્જન્ટ. Now star implies if sigma bn is divergent, then sigma an is divergent by comparison test. And the double asterisk implies if sigma an is now double asterisk means sigma bn is convergent, then is convergent, then sigma an is convergent again by comparison test. So this is a proof of first part. Second I will take, but see this. Now the second part of first. A1 was done. Now we start to prove this one. Here limit n tends to infinity. An upon bn is equal to L, which is not equal to 0. Now by the definition of limit for given epsilon positive, there is n0 in n such that an upon bn minus L is less than epsilon for all n greater than or equal to n0. So by that definition, this implies L plus epsilon for all n. Obviously n is in n. No way, it must be in n. And therefore, now this will play the role of A and this will play the role of B. So now it is the first part of A. Therefore, you may write that this will play the role of A and this will play the role of B. And though by E1 sigma AN and sigma BN are convergent or divergent, simultaneously. Simultaneously એટલે એક સાથે. Okay, this is a proof of the second part of A. See there, and then I will stop this lecture here and see you in the next lecture. Thank you very much.